what we're going to do today is do some repurposing, and this is kind of in praise of dumpster diving. We have a dumpster here, we have a dumpster over here, we have a big bay over here where the supplies come into the place, and a lot of the suppliers leave behind forklift pallets, which are mostly made of really good hardwood. So we've been salvaging those for the last couple weeks as they come in here. I've only got a couple parcels today, but I can use those to show how we break them up with a reciprocating saw, and then how we use these. We're making them into transplant tables for the hoop house, which we hope to get in April. So without further ado, we started out, these are not full-size pallets. This was a full-size pallet. It's been converted into the table, and we'll show you how the legs go on. I'm still waiting for more pallets because I use these 48 inches that I cut down to 31 inches to put on as the legs. But that's the whole pallet. And we've had, you see how these gaps are in there? We just rip pieces of those slats small enough on a rip saw to fill in the spaces, in between them. And so now we have a nice support for putting our plant trays and all that stuff on there, with some space nonetheless for loose soil and water to fall through, and they're going to be high enough so that the sun will reach the plants that are transplanted on the top of it, or the transplant trays on the top of it, and plants that we put down underneath. So this is a lot of people are familiar with this. This is like one of the coolest tools there is. It's a reciprocating saw, or sawzall. And I put on, this is the wooden nails blade, because we're gonna, the nice thing about this is it just chops through nails, and if you have to rip the wood or cut it otherwise later, you can remove the cut nails with a punch. So just watch your ears for a second, and we're gonna rip up a couple of these and show you how these things break down. Okay, so we cut some pallets up back there, but you can see what we got out of it. We got slats, and then we've got these braces on the side. When we take one pallet that's whole, besides filling in the spaces, see how we fill in the spaces over here with smaller pieces of slat that we've ripped. We also throw a slat over each end here to close the end off, but it's mostly to give us something additional to attach our legs to, which again are just, they've been cut off to 31 inches to put them at about an ideal height for working with them, watering them. We're going to have our transplant cells all over these and the pots and whatnot. So it puts them at a convenient size, about 4 feet across. And like I said, we'll have an array of 16. When we put the legs in, we just screw them in from the outside on two sides, and then I put on each end, I put an additional brace just to give it some more stability so that it doesn't try to rack this way. And then in addition to that, we just threw in some little short pieces of ripped slat down here as an additional brace on the legs. And that's it. It's pretty simple, you know. Once you get this stuff ripped up, it takes, I want to say 20-30 minutes to build one of these. So you get a free table. You get a free table, you sequester the carbon that might have been put into the landfill to be converted into methane, and you end up with some pretty nice tables in the process. So yeah, that's it.